Many of you might not know that ComfyUI's core developer, comfyanonymous, resigned from StabilityAI back in May when SD3 was released. The main issue was a difference in vision. He felt the company's focus was not on making the best model, while he wanted to enable anyone, even those with consumer-grade GPUs, to enjoy the fun of AI-generated images. A month later, he and several well-known ComfyUI plugin developers formed Comfy Organization, announcing that they would continue to develop and improve ComfyUI. This means that ComfyUI now has no connection with StabilityAI, the parent company of Stable Diffusion. ComfyUI is no longer limited to using Stable Diffusion models such as SD1.5, SDXL, and SD3, but can serve any open-source diffusion models, including PixArt, Lumina, Who&You&It, etc. He believes that true open source is the best way forward, and closed-source AI is a dead end and a waste of time. I agree with this viewpoint. This past weekend, they announced that they would release ComfyUI on a weekly basis, starting with version 0.0.1. This version supports more models, including Stable Audio 1.0, which can generate up to 47 seconds of sound, SD3 ControlNet, which I mentioned in a previous video, and Flow, a text-to-image model with the same DIT architecture as SD3. The interface has also undergone significant changes. The Snakehead plugin author, Python Goss, has implemented a BetaUI that looks completely different from the previous style, and I updated it to try it out. To experience this new feature, we need to upgrade ComfyUI. This is simple. Just run git pull in the ComfyUI folder or download and extract the newly released version 0.0.1 version. However, you also need to upgrade ComfyUI Manager. Otherwise, the new interface won't be visible. Most of the basic components related to interface display have been adapted, but some are still pending, such as ComfyUI crystals, which I use to display system resources. Once everything is set up, start ComfyUI. The first thing to do is enter the system settings to enable the new menu. The default is disabled. Top places the menu at the top of the interface, and I chose bottom to place the menu at the bottom. Next to the ComfyUI icon on the far left is the Workflow Manager. It's similar to the workspace I introduced before, but in addition to saving, exporting, and opening workflows, it has a very useful feature that allows you to open and switch between multiple workflows in one window. For example, I can now switch from the default to the Clay workflow and then to the Portrait Master workflow. Remember, if you refresh the page, you will need to reopen the workflows. The clip space is a function that was available in the old menu, but is now more convenient because it allows for the transfer of images between multiple open workflows. For example, I use the Portrait Master to run an image, right-click on the resulting image, and select Copy, Clip Space. The image is saved to the clipboard. Click on Clip Space in the new menu to edit or mask the image. Then switch to the Clay workflow. Select Paste, Clip Space in the Load Image section, and the image is loaded. Click Run, and you can easily generate a corresponding clay figure. When running multiple workflows simultaneously, you may encounter issues with VRAM overload after loading multiple models. Therefore, the author has added these two new buttons that allow you to actively unload models and cache. Checking in Task Manager, my current VRAM usage is nearly 12 GB. Click the Unload Model button on the left, and it drops to 6.3 GB. Unload the cache, and it further drops to 3.7 GB. This feature is very practical. Comfy Organization is redeveloping the new front-end interface using TypeScript, which may gradually replace the current interface in the form of beta features. Overall, I really like this UI and will use it by default. Although new things may come with some bugs, I'm willing to try them out and report any issues to make ComfyUI better. That's it for today's video. See you next time.